What's up, guys, and welcome to the Nairobian Bombshell show where we discuss all the trending topics of the week. My name is Cheptoek Boyo, and with me I have an awesome panel. Guys, introduce yourselves.
Ujambo Inea, antique bachelor.
Huh?
I'm being auctioned very soon.
So antique bachelor.
No, that's a special one. That's a special one. I've always imagined that the bachelor here is solo. But
that's an antique.
Antique.
Yeah.
It's always Bila antique. Antique, that's nice. My name is Adhiambo, pop culture specialist. Really glad to be here, Boyo. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Solomon Koko, writer with the Standard and the Nairobian. Not antique bachelor yet, I'm working towards it, but
senior.
Newly recruited Vasha Subaru boy. That's the new one now.
So as you're talking about Vasha, mbona hamko Naivasha? Why are you guys not in Naivasha?
With my age, I don't think I can sleep inside a tent. I don't trust lions with that material.
No, but as a matter of fact, let me just tell you guys, I just came from Naivasha, and the atmosphere there is thrilling. And I'm telling you, with social media, don't be surprised that there's going to be an exodus from the city driving down to Nairobi. The roads are already too populated. I think people were not sure where exactly are we going to get places to sleep, because there was that debate that places to get accommodation would be very, very expensive and scarce. But guys are going down there with the tents.
So you can confirm that this place.
So I can confirm. I came with the good news. The big
that we can be able to.
That we can go back now.
It's good. I'm going. Actually, very important, because you see, with the people who are going, you have to be someone's girlfriend. Yeah. So I'm someone's girlfriend. So therefore, I'm going. Okay, so I'll go at some point. In fact, now that you see Solo here.
But there are no restrictions. Let me just also no restrictions.
So the rally was launched yesterday, and there has been so much, even before the launch, there was so much topic and trending online, especially Twitter, about Vasha and the Subaru boys and all that. What do you think is going to be the main highlight of this rally weekend?
The main highlight is think it will be sale of condoms and P2s.
That happens every week.
Yeah.
Because I read somewhere in UK, if you Google the Naivasha, it's going towards the sex and everything.
Yes.
Sin City.
Actually,
that's what it's been called.
It's about Sin City. Yes. And we are very strong on Twitter. So they are really following, and they actually Googling and seeing it's just about Sin City.
Yeah, because it's top trending for the past 3 weeks is Vasha.
Yes.
And when you look at what people are tweeting, is nothing about rally. Rally Coco number 7 trending.
Nobody even knows. You just want to see the car pass. But guys are going there for
or here.
You just say, okay, so they're around. Just the way when you go to a national park, I mean, you don't crucify the others because you did not see a lion.
No.
You just say next time, but you are in the park. So that's the experience that is.
The fact is, really, generally, even if it's just those two things that will trend, that trends, of course, almost every weekend, because in Kenya, we are known for the fun. And like we were speaking earlier, the lockdown itself has kept people so caged up that now if they're opened, it's almost like a university or high school students. When they've finished, you go like tuambia ama tusiwambia. My life has just begun. So in Vasha, there are those who are going there for the first time and they're thinking they'll probably even see things. They may not. But what I know for a fact is that there'll be a lot of fun, but also we must worry, because if people do not keep social distance and people do not adhere to some of these GOK protocols, which I know they won't, considering the tent, then, maybe when they come back, there'll be a lot more people bringing back the COVID. I hope not. But also if the youthful people go there I think the business is also going to be booming a lot. I heard you saying you almost want to fill your Subaru
with stuff to sell.
With stuff to sell. You're not saying what.
And even services, you know. You also can ferry services. There are people who are saying, oh, you're back in Nairobi, let me give you a number in case there's space. Yes, ferry. So there are so many things we can ferry from consumables to services.
Yeah,
it's booming. It's booming, and the mood is like almost like unleashing the beast in you.
Oh God!
So it's wild.
It's wild.
So I'm gonna separate these two questions for the guys and for you, Atheists. Let's start with you, Atheists. As a mature woman now, what would you advise a young girl who's now going to Naivasha without a plan or with a plan, but she's not prepared for what is ahead for the weekend? And then for the guys, what would you advise a young man, amefuliza, kuenda Naivasha, ama amekopa somewhere, kuenda Naivasha? And then now there's too much pressure and the whole experience and things happening because people are on different levels. So,
definitely, I'll tell you one thing. I think that if you're young and you're going for the first time, go by all means. Even if you don't have a plan, go by all means. You have your looks, go by all means. Do not sit there and think, oh God, I'll do this next time. There's no next time. Go. Get a group of friends, get there. Just don't borrow to go there. Go there with your looks. Look very good. Akina Solo are taking people's girlfriends. Yeah, they're going to take care of you. But two, really, it's simple. If you have a tent, you can still be able to do it. If mukishikana 2, 3, or 4 girls, you can still be able to enjoy this. Just make sure that you're going for the right reason and just have the fun. You see, life, yes, you can't sit and be caged or locked or anything else and then wait for people to tell you the stories. Naivasha has always been fun. You remember the times of crayfish?
Yes.
I mean, this has happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if you don't go now, people will be saying these stories and you'll be thinking, so where is this? Where go? But the young men, the ones who can't go, they'll be next time. Yeah, because because for men, you must have the money. And if you don't have it, yes, for the men you must have the money. Now, if you can puliza and sustain it, yes. If there's a place you can go and get it, yes. Because I think some things happen once in a while. And this is one of those things. Imagine the last time the rally was actually here is 19 years ago. Yeah. So it's been a minute. Everybody is excited. So 19 years ago, surely, that is when we saw this. So it's back. So even for me, I am going, yes, because I think it's just amazing. But yes, I will sit at the, where are we? we were at the VIP.
Yes.
Yeah.
To what she has said, yes, go, but please carry a bit of money in case of anything. Because things happen for those trips and then you're left there. We don't want to start M-Pesa in you for help. Now,
pay bill.
For men, I'll tell you, if you're young, go for these things. Our days we used to go for even rugby, sevens. Remember?
Yes.
We never used to have any place to sleep, but we used to sleep on the ground.
Yeah, and just wait for the
wake
next
up in
day.
the morning, eat eggs and
You're the first guy in the stadium walking around waiting for other guys to come in.
Yeah. And boy child, one advice from an antique bachelor here, don't take son to the beach.
Seriously? The boy child has got, I know there's a lot of pressure and there's everybody has been saying, oh God, they're taking our girlfriends, down there. I mean, work hard enough so that you also become that person who's taking other people's girlfriends there. Don't just, don't be content with being the one that is remaining in Nairobi. Although, like I told you earlier, they've said, Sasa, it's okay, you've taken our girlfriends to Naivasha, you better leave your wives with shopping. We are also here.
For those, if you don't have money, just form a group back here and stay here together and give each other support, moral support. There are gonna be so many heartbreaks. There's gonna be a lot of depression. so many breakups. If you don't have money, don't go to where people want to spend money and they have it.
Okay.
You will die of depression.
No, but
And to make it
That's actually
worse,
a good advice.
and if, to make it even worse, if you're a guy and you carry your girlfriend and you know absolutely you don't have money, she's gonna leave you.
Even before you pass,
she's gonna leave you.
Especially if you go there and you are
Just the first night,
you are a gene person.
she'll be smiling at other people's jokes.
So no, you are a gene person and you meet with us people of 18 years.
yeah.
and
A single multi.
We will teach you the way.
You give her a little bit, and then she's like, "No, now I'm now not with John."
Then they become so happy because the first thing they do is they say, "What drink is this?"
Yeah.
It's
Then you
not
tell her, "Don't worry."
it's not
Then you
giving.
say,
No,
"Let's take a
they
photo of
take
me
a
and drinking this." That's how you're left. You're gonna walk back home. You're gonna be forced to do funny things, unless you have commodities you can go and sell there. It's a buy and sell.
Don't go.
It's not a window shopping.
Don't just
kind of
go.
activity.
That's
Yes.
a
If
disclaimer.
you have
Bottom
no residence, if you have no money to, of course it's not being charged, but the expense will be being pumped will be highly demanding.
Yeah.
Okay, so if this is not even a case of
Because it's
those
transport,
little
food,
loans.
accommodation.
Yes.
And
You actually
and
can't
other
get a loan.
extras.
And a lot of partying. And remember, Kenyans are coming from a season where, a period where we have not been outgoing for close to over 1.5 years. So it's a show of might and power.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the muscle,
Don't
just
forget-
congregate and stream
Do
it
a
somewhere.
house.
Just
when you watch it,
no, it's okay. You
Yeah.
watch it with other people's like-minded people
Yeah.
with the small drink.
But also don't force,
better
don't
than
stop your girlfriend from
From going, let them go.
Because it's a one of experience. If you can't make it, don't stop anyhow. Let her go and feel the experience. If you're lucky enough, she'll come and explain. If she's gonna come back.
There'll
to
be
you.
a lot
Wow.
of explaining.
Yeah.
Okay,
Breakups
guys.
are always expected.
Away from Riley. Now, also trending this week was a woman who sued Speaker Kenyan Lusaka and wants 25 million to take care of the unborn child.
I think she's organizing her life early enough. It's good. I think,
25 million.
it's a one-off payment.
It's a one-off payment.
Because of why?
Because of your seed. You implanted it in
Me,
the wrong
on this topic,
place.
this is where I support my man William Samuel Ruto.
Oh, really?
All children will come and stay with me in the same roof.
Yes.
I pay where I can.
Yes.
Don't assume I'll take you to private,
Yeah.
I'll take you to government,
Yeah.
and we'll eat like the others.
Exactly.
There's nothing like you bring the kids home. 25 million. How?
But it's for lifetime.
Lifetime
Yeah.
where?
It is not.
No, there's nothing like lifetime. They come and stay with me in the same house.
Yes.
No, but you see,
We share that 25
I think
million.
the woman is, the former senator, the speaker to the Senate has also set a precedence of being a very expensive person. We do remember his wheelbarrows were about 9,000 yeah. So, I mean, considering this is his seed,
Yeah.
the woman has also seen, you are an expensive guy, we've been having expensive places, we've been seeing each other since 2018, surely. Then just 3 months ago, you've decided now we are not talking. I'm okay with it, but I just want to release you if you are agreeing to give me 25 million throughout the lifetime of that child. I don't think that is too much money.
No.
I think
she's
it's even little, considering that is food, shelter, clothing, plan.
But I've said, bring the kid to stay with me. I have shelter.
Yes.
That
I
is
have
for you.
everything.
This is
25 million.
Yes,
Now,
it's not, it's
small
very
amount.
little amount.
that is
That's almost enough for me to put up an apartment where.
not even apartment. By 25 million, when we go to
Yeah.
Huduma Center,
Yes.
for people who have the waiting card, we can marry like 12 of them.
Yeah, look, then they'll be winning.
They'll be winning.
This is not about marriage.
not about
guys.
marriage, it's-
This
yeah.
is purely about
child.
the unborn child and the full life the child is going to live.
I don't know. I don't know
because
why.
you've not anticipated anything inside there.
But I think there's so many
Inside the
factors to be
lifetime.
considered here. But to me, it would suddenly look like a ripoff.
Yeah.
because why instantly you just want this amount of money? Was
Because
this
they're not
something that you
talking.
tricked me
No,
in?
they're not
Is this-
talking. You can't trick somebody into putting a seed inside you.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a very conscious.
But that 25
decision.
million, what is the
But
contribution
you know
in
people
that?
don't
Because
even-
me, what I'll do, I'll tell you, okay, we open a joint account, you say 25 million, I bring my 20 million, you bring your 5 million.
Yeah, you put
No,
something on the
this
table.
one you just bring it into.
No, it can't happen.
And we manage it
No,
by
no.
taking
For the
care
child.
of your
No,
of
no.
the child.
Yeah.
That's almost like and remember this money is not for the woman.
Yeah.
I would deem it's for
The kid.
It's for the kid. Then you give the woman that, and she decides to go bowling and spending it everywhere in Naivasha.
Or gets a sherry. Or gets a sherry.
And then exactly, get a sherry, you say sherry. Batia nini kitu, batakupenda sana.
No, but that is a
And then in 5 years,
But it's not a fact.
the child needs a
It's a
father.
possibility, but it's not a fact.
in 5 years, the money is gone.
It's gone.
Then you start trailing me again, saying you're not taking care of your kids.
I think that the law is clear.
If there's something that they have an agreement where they say there's a way we can have develop a method in which by the time this kid is 18 years, then this is what we have projected will have been there. Maybe the savings would have accrued this kind of amount of interest, and now we can give the rest of the estate to the 18-year-old adult.
You're reasoning
I
like
think
every.
she might be
an
open.
unborn child, and you're already asking for 25 million, is premeditated, and it's a rip-off.
It isn't. I think
It isn't.
the case will be heard, I think, on 7th of July, and I'm pretty interested in what would be said. But I think that for any man, before you get into very raw and protected sex with people who are not necessarily your wives, then you should anticipate clearly that a child can come out of it, and that this child will have to be taken care of. And that if you do not want it to happen, then, as you said, you asked people to buy what? P2, and also to buy the
because the
condom.
graph
They
will,
did not,
the graph will shoot
Yeah.
from this weekend.
Yeah, I support
It will
you.
start rising from
Boy
this
child.
weekend.
Be careful
Yeah.
of those 7 minutes. It's only 7 minutes. I can change
But
your
it will
life.
be 17
very-
years of your life.
But until Bachelor, these guys are not doing, they're not doing 7 minutes anymore.
Yeah, no, it is not. It's a very long.
It's a very long procedure. They're no longer doing
Especially
7.
Vasha people.
Exactly. They leave the phone charging. 0 to 45 degrees. Nothing like 7 minutes.
You know. So
Okay.
yeah, we hope that the girl will get what she actually wants. But I also feel on a flip side also, I think that before they even bring these things to the fore and sue each other, there's always the other way of maybe they could have talked in private, maybe they would have done this, because some of these people are getting so embarrassed nowadays with things that just come up. But again, as a woman, I would suggest that you use whichever means necessary to get justice for your child.
Yes, because I think to go to court, that means you've been frustrated,
Yes, yeah.
and you know there's no way you're reaching this man, and
So this way.
this is the last
only
resort.
way.
This is a busy man. He is a governor.
Ah.
Mteja namba hii. Hawezi patikana saa yote.
Amechange number. Amekublock hata on everywhere you're checking. This one, what the mother? I don't know you.
But also, let's caution the ladies that even when they're getting into this kind of relationships. Now, what happens is, and what even brings the bitterness in the men, is when you are ill-advised by some of your friends and peers. Some of those people will come and tell you, this man has money, actually ask for it now. Ask for it now, and ask for it like this, and then it starts bringing wrangles that you have to now keep fighting for another 10 years before you resolve, before you start saying, okay, that's my kid, I'm going to take it up. But a lot of people are also getting into those ill advices from their friends. Like, why don't you ask for 25 million, then we can all live a happy life.
Oh God. Well.
Okay, so Diamond and Zari were trending again this week after Netflix released a promo, and the promo is about a new show featuring influential young Africans. First, Do you think Zari is young?
No, she's
is
not young.
influential
No.
young person.
Let's stick at young. She's not.
She's young. What is wrong with you? How do you define
Zari
What is your
very
definition
old.
of young?
Okay, that is very old.
Yeah.
What is the definition of young?
Do my number.
I mean, I think generally I'm happy for them. I'm happy for the show. I can't wait, first of all, because I think that African stories must be told with the opulence that it actually have. Because when you watch The Platinum Life, you watch all these other shows that other people are showing you, it's flashy, it's nice, it's beautiful. We've watched The Kardashians for years.
Yeah.
And surely Zari is not even Kim's age. She's a year or two younger. So sincerely, she is young. And she's African, and she is flourishing in the African soil. And then when we now look at Diamond, that is one guy that has proven that with hard work and a bit of talent, you know, and the right people around you, you can be able to make it, because he really has surpassed expectations musically and even personally. In any case, I think he's the only guy who sees your girlfriend and decides that I want that one. Now you know he's dating a South African model.
Yes.
You know, after he has gone around East Africa, the Somalis are
Diamond is our king. There we support him. Yeah.
And you're not supporting Zari?
No, Diamond is the one. Yeah. We
Age
like
is
him.
how you feel.
Not
Otherwise,
age.
antique bachelor.
With your
When
antique,
you are
yes. It's antique because you are rare to find. And Zari is a special kind of woman, born in Uganda and flourishing in Mzanzi, and looking that fine after 5 children. Girl, you know, work it. You're the boss lady.
It's only Kenya where she's not tried the waters, eh?
And
Hey, you.
but
No,
you have not been talking
No,
to her.
Diamond.
Yeah?
You have
Diamond
not
has
been
tried.
talking to her. When she came here,
Look at men in Uganda, look at men in Tanzania, and look at men in
Kenya.
Zanzibar.
Yeah.
They have a particular way of treating women.
Yeah.
So Zari asikuje Kenya, it's gonna be
in Kenya they will
No,
cry at
Kenya-
umekula fair.
Yeah, no. Kenya, it's her fair that
Why? And I say
You'll
again.
eat her fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we believe in cutting costs.
God, antique.
Yeah.
We remove you from young.
And the way antiques are expensive.
No.
You are here.
They have
The only
value
problem
by
I have
themselves.
these days is there's always somebody for free hapo kwa corner. There's like a free guy hapo. As you're moving by. That's the problem.
You will not know about that. And generally in life, you must realize that everybody has got a space. So when you're the one who is up there, enjoy the upness. There's also somewhere at the corner. Huyo mtu akae tu hapo, ako na kazi yake. And it is okay. You know, there is nothing wrong with that. It is all just fine. So for me, I'm happy about the show. I can't wait for it to premiere. I hope that there will be other shows like that, because I think that these streaming services, the more we keep telling our stories and we tell them beautifully, then the better it is for us. So the people don't look at us and we are always just having our way moments. Every time you see any stories about Africans, it is all war or famine, or we are now just dying, or we now need to deal with some situations. But if we are telling opulent stories, good stories, beautiful looking women, beautiful looking people, I support 102%. I can't wait for it to come. And then there are some Nigerians are coming into it who have done so well. I think there's also another guy from Tanzania.
They've picked the whole of
Yes.
I must say that the producers did a good job in
Who's representing Kenya?
in creating. No, Kenya, I don't think we have.
No, they've not released.
They've not released
They're
it
not.
yet.
They
But
were.
you know, they can also pick Diamond to represent East Africa,
Africa.
per se, and not.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
look at
yeah.
lifestyle
Yeah.
and how you own your space.
Yeah, I think they were very creative to come up with such a concept,
Yeah.
because I think they looked at who is trending, who has numbers, and
Was
the first time exactly like
Yes,
2 months ago
Yeah.
when we saw Diamond in South Africa having dinner with Zari.
Yes,
a
that
lot,
must
a lot
have
of
been when-
questions
yes, yeah.
were asked. And then now
And he was supposed to be in that was the time for Ramadan.
exactly.
Yeah.
So then after this revelation, then we can almost say, okay, maybe that was what was happening, and they were signing in for some good cash.
Yes, because people thought she was shooting for Housewives,
No,
but
yeah.
it's now a different
it's clear.
story.
Yeah.
But the Housewives also is something that is still coming, because it's
For
there. It's the
Joburg
yes, for the
Housewives of
Joburg
Joburg.
Housewives, and I think I'm just happy for her.
Keep
I think
winning.
she needs to keep doing this. It's good. I'm
As
happy.
Kenyans, we are demanding a guy from Gengeton to go and repeat.
Yeah. That person from Gengeton. Yeah.
I thought you would be saying her. I thought you'd be saying her to the band even. No.
Gengeton, we can go and convince. Yeah. And
Reckless.
use her, yeah.
Reckless.
Exactly.
No. See, reckless
Real
can do
drama.
this.
Someone who can
Reckless can do this. This is reckless enough.
So now Huda has been in Dubai since last year during COVID, and she was saying because of COVID restrictions she couldn't come back. But now there has been rumors online saying she's under house arrest because one of the Hush Puppy crew, she was involved. She was dating one of the crew members, and hence she cannot leave the country.
Young girls should know that there's nothing for free, as I say.
Yeah.
If you are dating those guys, they should all be taken together.
Yeah.
There's nothing for free.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see, the problem is
You
they are
can-
lying
yeah.
to IG girls here that my life. Come on, to wash.
That I'm selling lipstick. And it's
Lipstick.
getting me
Lipstick
around.
where?
For
Lipstick.
which lips?
For which?
I don't know. Selling lipstick and which?
And then somebody
No,
saying
no.
that they are paying a mortgage of 50 million.
Yeah.
No lipstick.
No.
How?
Nothing.
I think it's a sorry situation, and I wish her well, because getting involved in a life of crime can really dent your pocket, your image, your many things. But I think she was involved with this guy, Bella, way back in 2015. That is when she was all over the place, and I think he really was bankrolling her back time when she was in Kampala, in East Africa, and she was doing all those things. But I think they stopped. It's been an on-off relationship. But you see, I think when the FBI is involved, because this guy has been nabbed by the FBI in the state of Virginia, actually.
No, that's another one.
Yeah, no, the one, that is the one
That is
that
the
was
one.
that they were on and off with. Yes, but yeah. His name is some Apocalypse, something interesting like that.
Apocalypse.
Yes, and because of that, because they can always go back. You see, the American government can be they're very specific because
Follow the money,
yeah,
find
follow
the
the money, then find the person. So it's very possible that yes, she could be under arrest, or maybe she just also can't leave because money can't circulate.
No.
You know, because
Adhiambo,
it's possible.
I think the
You
thing
leave
is
that
this.
money cannot leave.
Yes,
Dubai.
yes.
So
What
now,
maybe
money
she
can
was
leave.
used to launder,
Of
part
course.
of laundering.
Yeah. When you're under investigations, then it becomes
So she
serious.
can't leave.
You say the name was Apocalypse. Young girls, please, you better date Apua or Puhulu.
Someone whose village you know you can easily access.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nothing is for free, as OJ says. Nothing is for free.
It's actually called Apocalypse
Well-
Bella, by the way.
Apocalypse Bella.
That's his
Or
name.
you better date Opuhulu.
Yeah.
Opuhulu.
Wepuhulu.
Opuhulu will make sure that, because this one, I'm sure. And I ask sometimes when I see, I sometimes do some charity work at prisons, and a lady tells you the things are coming for free, and you ask yourself, this generation, do they ask why 1 + 1 is equals to 3? You know, not
Don't
like our
question.
days, Even you, if I come with money and give you money like, 2 million for free, you have to ask.
You'll
I'm not
question.
working.
Yeah.
I'm not needy, I'm questioning.
You want to give me 2 million? Are we still going to buy?
Yeah.
Now there's 2 million. I'm like going.
You are a good representative.
2 million.
Because we made a good trip to Naivasha. We're going to build a
No, but we must question things, and I think unfortunately also it's difficult sometimes to know what somebody is doing in this city.
Yes.
And many times you don't ask. We were just earlier on here discussing how cars are being stopped in the middle of
the road.
the road. Your car now can't move because somebody bought you a car for a birthday. You know, these lavish styles of it's my birthday, so you have a Range Rover for 2 days, alafu imechukuliwa. I think we need, I think we need to be able to question. But also he was telling us, sasa una question aje na ni surprise.
For your sake, it's like money that you've not anticipated the way he's saying. 1 million checks into your account. Automatically, KRA will flag it
Of course.
until you prove. Umeuza shamba, kama ni gift, hii gift huyu lazima akuje aflagiwe pia. So you see those hiyo money kukuje tu na kwenda unceremoniously. Ceremoniously,
mostly it's
it puts you in big problems because you cannot account. Your work cannot even ulipi hapo hivyo anywhere.
It's not,
that's a year to some people. That million of half a million is a year paid.
But
so if you can't account, you're in big trouble.
So you just say it's a service, right? That's why they have.
Usually it's a service. No, that is why they use women.
Yes,
Actually,
that
is why they use women. And unfortunately, I'm sure you've been seeing that there is a tendency that at some point, because they'll disagree, money does not change people. Money reveals people. And so when this woman who was living in Roysambu somewhere behind there and just with the phone is taken to Kilimani, Dennis Britt, and now he's having now he's having X3, you know, the car, he's being stopped. You see, that's different. And I think unfortunately that lifestyle is being pushed so much here in the city to a level where there's pressure for people to not ask questions. So later when that life catches up with you, like now for our sister who even this time she has said she stopped sleeping with men for money because she got tired. Now she's doing legit business with the lipstick. But then now it has emerged that it's not still not legit. It's sad. I'm very sad for her.
But it should be a wake-up call, even to many ladies. That kind of lifestyle, and when it gets to a level of FBI are just not any other regular police like you'd have here, and you tip them.
These guys carried a cash.
These guys, exactly. So they will try and trickle down to the truth. So anyone else who received, whether in kind or whether in payment for a service,
it will be an issue.
Or whatever business you are doing, they'll have to come and get to the bottom of it. I don't think it's a kind of agency that leaves
any stone unturned.
Exactly. So it should be a wake-up call even for other girls who've been selling lipstick.
Just be nice. The lipstick is
actually papers. And one of our big stories today is that we have over 500,000 Kenyans recruited as atheists. Are we ditching God, guys?
As someone who has dated both, or who is currently dating others who, confess to atheism, I think there's a shift of perspective from what was there before, and the fear of God, as we were discussing just earlier before the show, is not being instilled a lot into Gen Z. Actually, I think we're talking a lot more about Gen Z right now. And before that, our parents, I don't think, there's one time my father, it was Sunday, and everybody was going to church. And that is the moment I felt I needed to mop the floor. Because for me, I didn't see why I needed to go. It took exactly 3 minutes for me to get back into my clothes and actually join everybody to go to church. And from then on, it was one of those things that you had to do. And I remember also my late grandmother, a staunch Adventist SDA. People who, there is a way, in fact on that day, you don't cook, you don't do anything from 6 to 6. There were things that were there. So those rules have changed. Life is more being lived on the phone than in reality. Life is being lived on motivational speeches and speakers and those quotes early in the morning and everywhere else. And none of them is saying that there's a fear of God. And nobody, in fact, you told me and you laughed that ukiambia mtu right now ati Mungu anakuona. They feel, they are wondering, na wapi?
Yeah, Instagram,
Twitter,
Tinder,
that isn't there. So for atheists, they believe in their whatever it is that they believe in, but mostly they believe in nothingness. And when I joke with them, I tell them they're probably talking with Lucifer and eating babies. But anything else, I don't understand. But
why are we ditching God?
I don't know, because maybe they are praying now. Because some of us, as we were talking earlier, even not going to church, that day you don't sleep because you think Angel Gabriel will come himself to ask you why. And I think also the discipline has become that because of we are not having that fear of God thing. When we were young, we used to be told, Mungu anakuona, ukidanganyana, Mungu anakuona. Maybe people have heard it so much and they don't now
Then
care.
they realized God
They
is
realize,
not
yeah. We are going towards westernization where now churches are being used as clubs and everything because they're just buildings.
They are no longer things that people don't go into church. But I think maybe COVID, like you were saying, people stayed home.
People stayed at home.
So, yeah.
The church.
But once we started using tablets to read the Bible,
that's why I think.
But it's there in the Bible.
Yeah, but things started. You're supposed to read.
Saburi.
Yeah, and then you put a mark there.
Even in red.
You know, there's some people who don't know how to actually open the Bible and go to a specific
they
verse
can
and
trace
chapter
it.
and read it.
From the book of Revelation.
Because here is type Revelation
And
on
it
the
brings
chart
it
And it
pops
shows
up.
you, you know, you just get it there.
Yeah, Bibles are becoming antique.
Yeah.
You know? They're becoming antique.
I should start keeping them.
Yeah.
Does have value.
Especially the ones
They have value, but they have
But then
vernacular.
also, the church is also to blame. It's been commercialized too much.
Yeah.
And people have realized that if I don't have money, it looks like the church leader or the pastor is pushing us so much and pushing the agenda for money too much, even at the times when people were suffering, that now they even started asking guys to send money, ndio huduma iendelee.
They are praying for you.
They are praying for you.
So
you're saying
prosperity.
exactly, and they did it a lot on virtual. They did it. They were holding church services on their Facebook accounts. Good thing.
It still goes on.
Why are we commercializing it too much that now it's becoming you have to ask for some money? So it's become almost a vague thing. We are not so scared anymore. And
how about when it's not about money and prosperity and mutoe sadaka tithing, when it comes about the issue of where the church puts so much guilt in people that you can't do anything.
Exactly.
You want to divorce? No, it is bad, and you're being beaten. There's abuse and all that. You want to do anything, any other thing, but you're in church, but your guilt in that you're like, you know what?
I need to
I'm
be
an atheist.
Exactly.
I'm an atheist.
And of course they say atheists don't believe. Actually, they say atheist is not a religion; it's a position. It's a position that you take. So they've been saying that many of them don't believe in the afterworld, and what we have been that has been put in our head, in our religion, is that you have to invest here so that you get the benefits out there. And many people when they think depression, they take their lives because they say maybe there could be another better life out there. You understand? Others will decide. Let me just. I've been praying for 10 years. Nothing has happened. So. I mean, why should I just believe in this thing? It looks like I've just been giving them money. In tithe, in offering. Why don't I just take my position? And that is what the culture. That's why the culture is growing. And not also forget that there was this belief, an old school belief, that if you become atheist, you will prosper.
Yeah, and that is what the president of as atheists in Kenya said. The secretary.
A lot of people, they
joined that. The atheist.
He knew he'd be a millionaire.
The amount of money he was expecting.
Exactly.
So he decided and said, I found God.
Exactly.
Yet it was the issue of found
God. The grass was not greener.
It was not greener.
You must water
no grass.
You must water it.
There was no grass.
You have to water it.
Having dated an atheist.
Yes.
The president had
an atheist is the father of my children. Yes.
Wow. So now, the president of the atheists in Kenya, Harrison Munia, is saying he's not married because women don't like his views on Christianity. So give us a guide on dating.
No, I mean, anybody that you are dating, you must first accept them with their faults and all. I mean, you're not dating somebody to change them. You're not dating them so they become the ideal of what you are. You're also not dating them like in Christianity where you're told lazima huyu mtu aokoke kwanza, then now wewe pia uokoke, and then now that is when you're dating. I think you date a person. And I think the interesting thing about atheists is that they'll say pick their mind. The only thing they're not believing in is the God you have. But they're not.
So it is not about satanism, as people say. You don't believe in God automatically. You believe in the dark.
No, they don't. They actually do not. They're good people. They actually give, they help charities, they do things that some people, actually godly people, don't do. I mean, we pass people who are begging every time, but Christians will be like, "Oh, wanadanganya." And you know, there are all these things. You can be in a building and you go hungrier with Christians who are not even going to give you food. But you could be with these people who are even a different religion. Let's not even just look at it as Christianity only. We have Muslim brothers as well, who even, in my view, do a lot. You know,
so
for other people,
atheists are not devil worshippers.
No, they're not.
They just have a different view.
No, yes.
Of what they believe.
The view can be really disturbing, especially when somebody wakes up one day and comes and tells you, "No, I no longer." And then they tell you this, and then you go, "Okay, is this the point where I leave?" And you know that. Then you don't, and then you just decide, you know what? It is what it is. Somebody believes in this. Somebody else believes in this. We are all here together. Somebody decides they like drinking at home. It doesn't mean I won't be your friend. I can come, we drink at home. If you like us to be going to a club, I can come, we go to a club sometimes. But you know, we are different, but we can coexist. And I know that for a fact.
Okay. Shika Paka Power.
Oh,
It is. So women, because I cannot exclude men, but they're saying there has been an increase in the use of sex toys or adult toys during this corona period.
I say those things
I think
have been
even
there.
guys.
No, it has been it has been there. I think for a long time. I remember the first time I went to South Africa. That was the year 1999, and I saw those things. You know, funny dolls and everything. I was shocked, but I think it's part. Yeah, it's part of developing world. And then we're having this young boy child who are not eating obusuma ugali vizuri, they are eating quarter chicken and chips. So they are not satisfying the lady, and they don't know.
They are not feeling,
and where not to touch.
She cannot feel the gut.
And that is because most of the boys have not been mentored and told a woman takes time. You have to take your time. You start with foreplay. Now you find this amekunywa gin. Amelewa amekunywa water gin. Anataka kuchew blackout in the next 5 minutes.
That is when he's trying.
He has to try because anaenda kufa.
Then he snows away. And this now we're not talking about any presidential. Don't start saying.
In fact, we didn't say.
Why are we Shika Paka Power?
Nothing has been there, but it's been made popular.
Yeah, it's been
there. I know in high school they used to have this narrative that they used to put, what did they, paraffin in food so that they lower the hormones. But I think we realized that in changing our culture, our drinking culture and our partying culture, and we got locked up again. Drinking. We got locked in space. So it's like we went back to school. So it's like we went back to a boarding school where you're told by 6 all of you need to be checked in. You know, a long time ago, 1 a.m. someone calls me.
Still free.
You're whatever. I say I'm on my way. 1 a.m.
Now you can.
Now you can.
Now you're compressing everything.
Now there's a lady who's thinking about tomorrow's work. The man is saying probably over the weekend if she's lucky. Because the demand is also high. So very high. Weekend for me. I'm just saying tutaona weekend. So
we shall see.
So people have taken it upon themselves or upon their hands to
take it upon
their hands.
You and your 5
Why are we
friends.
women
I think that is something that has always been there, and I think also it's very important for women to understand their bodies first. You cannot, there's nobody else who can show you, who knows how to love you rather than you, first of all. So it's you who has got to get there, get to know what's happening. But two, also, if you're having a relationship where somebody lives in a different city or it's a different area and, you know, it's not the same time zone, instead of trying to find the Vasha boy here, like now me and him, instead, when your toy could always do that for you. At that point, and you're not hurting anybody, you're not going to catch any diseases, you're not going to be looking for P2, you're not going to be in any phone call with other people about other things. I think it's a good thing.
The only thing you just need to do is just pump up the volume of your system, and do your thing, and then go back to normal and say,
and people are happy. But trust me, it does not replace the human being, because it's not going to hug you, it's not going to talk to you, it's not going to do this, but it will take care of the immediate need at that point. So I think it's okay, because even if you're close, like he says, we could ask, Uko? We're like, Bikla. Well, sawa. That time, 1 a.m., 12, whatever. Right now, you were asking. But the other time we were hanging out, we were already looking. It was this uncle.
Yeah, you're saying
it was not fun.
It's 9.
Yeah.
We need to part ways.
Yes, you see.
So limited time. Too many commitments. Exactly. Yeah, so people are looking for
weekend.
So long we know.
So long we know where utakuwa Naivasha.
Tumeshaongea.
Oh,
we are there. We are there.
I'll be there at home praying for the people who are at Naivasha.
hizo ni nduru za kuaminika, lakini hizo nduru ziko Naivasha.
Guys, okay, what a Naivasha. Guys, we've come to the end of the show. Make sure to subscribe to our online and get the paper for only 10 shillings. You can buy the physical paper at 50 bob too. See you next week.
Bye.
Power to the people.
But they should use their battery. Here, steam on the chublaka.
By the way,